Is the genocide Israel committing in Gaza really about Israel's right to defend itself, or is it about resources, as usual? Now, if you're like me, you know your political history, you know that there's not really any government that is racist only for the sake of being racist, although it may seem like it at the time. What it's really about is dehumanizing a group of people in order to justify their exploitation somehow. And in the case of Israel, it looks like they may be trying to justify the genocide of the Palestinians in Gaza because of the natural gas field that lies within their borders that most people don't know about. Gaza's marine gas field is estimated to have over 1 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. And initially, Netanyahu said the Palestinians in Gaza were supposed to benefit from the extraction of this natural gas. But the convenience of the attack on October 7th effectively made it that now Netanyahu can justify taking all of the natural gas in the region, cutting out the Palestinians and using it strictly for Israel's benefit. And here's why I say the attack on October 7th is convenient. See, the world tried to sanction Russia for the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but then Russia retaliated by putting sanctions and limitations on the natural gas they were willing to export. That has, of course, led to natural gas raising in price across the board. That's also led to an increase in price in your utility bills and energy overall, which I'm sure most of you have already felt. And now that Ukraine's leadership has all but admitted explicitly that they are going to lose this war, that means the entire Western world will be at the whims of Russia when it comes to natural gas. And the Western world can never allow such a thing because you also know that international relationships and allyships are formed based off of resources. And so I say the attack on October 7th was convenient because it was just June of last year that Egypt and Israel made this pact to boost natural gas in Europe specifically. And so it's a little bit of a coincidence that as Ukraine is on the cusp of losing this war, all of a sudden this attack happens that justifies Israel taking total control and not giving Palestine anything, which obviously benefits Israel in a number of ways. As a small example, I'm sure a lot of you are trying to figure out how the hell could so many Western leaders be cheering for the genocide that is happening in Gaza? Well, because all of those Western leaders belong to countries that are being directly hurt and impacted by the natural gas situation. So it is highly possible that Palestinians in Gaza right now are suffering in large numbers because the United States decided to start a war with Russia by way of Ukraine for the benefit of NATO, knowing that Russia could retaliate. And because they did not get the result they wanted, they now have to turn to Israel to supply natural gas to all the countries that tried to screw over Russia. In other words, it's all about resources, as usual.